hit. Hey guys, I'm back with another combo versus. Today we'll be seeing if Astral Perseus Tapered Moment with Armor 10 is a competitive combo or not. So this is a combo from the comments, and honestly it looks like it will be a pretty fun combo. So there is a part on this combo which I do really like, though I haven't used it at all. I really only have used it in the unboxing, and that is Moment. So the way this part looks and how this piece here kind of tilts, I think how it's designed to work, and don't quote me on this, but I think when the Beyblade, say the Beyblade gets hit back and this piece hits the stadium floor, a lot of the momentum of the Beyblade is lost and a lot of that force is transferred to the opponent, which essentially means that the opponent in a collision will take more force than you. So I think that's how that part is designed to work, though I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, what we're gonna do is I'll go ahead and weigh these parts, then throw the Beyblade together and put it up against the gauntlet. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first we're gonna make sure the scale is calibrated. It should come in at 50 grams. And yes, the scale is calibrated. So first we'll go ahead and weigh the Astral Perseus with Armor 10. And let's see what this weighs. 35.78 grams. So now we'll go ahead and weigh the Tapered. 29.69 grams. And let's go ahead and weigh Moment. 7.21 grams. So let's see what the combo as a whole weighs. See if it'll stand up. 72.67 grams. So that's not bad. It's not the lightest or the heaviest. It's about a medium. So let's go ahead and put this up against the gauntlet. All right, so first we have Perfect Belial, which is Dynamite Belial with the L gear, F gear, Nexus with the S gear, and Venture with the V gear. I'll go ahead and launch this first 3 to 5 times, and we'll go ahead and switch over to Astral Perseus with Armor 10, Tapered, and Moment. So this should be a pretty interesting matchup. There's a lot of points on Astral. Dynamite is fairly round. I mean, there are some points on it, but it is a little bit taller. So let's see what happens. I also want to say, I think Dynamite is actually heavier, so that should play into this. But Dynamite first. Yeah, you can see when Dynamite is doing the attacks, Astral with Moment isn't really moving that far. It's nudging, but not really that far. Now it is scraping up against that Nexus and that S gear, so let's see if that helps it win. Nope. So that is a win for Astral. So let's go ahead and launch Dynamite first again. Now relaunch that. Yeah, it seems like the launcher jammed just a little bit on that launch. So Astral does have a lot more stamina, so I think Astral will actually end up winning this one. Yeah, so that is another win for Astral, and we'll launch Dynamite first again. Huh, Astral had to click on it. So Dynamite. I'm gonna relaunch it. I'm not sure what's going on with this today. So Dynamite. All right, so that spinning out of control was all Astral. it did hit it initially, and Astral did make it spin out of control. But yeah, it looks like Astral's gonna win this one again as well. Moment does have some pretty decent stamina. Alright, so that's a win for Astral, and we'll go ahead and launch Astral first. And we'll try to KO it with Dynamite. So Astral first. Yeah, it's not gonna get the KO. And you can see what I mean by when it's pushed back and how the shape of Moment makes it sort of absorb a lot of that impact. Just transfers all the energy to the other Beyblade. But that's a win for Dynamite that time. So we'll do Astral first again. See if I can get it to stay in the middle. Yeah, Dynamite's getting some really good hits. That's another thing actually that I didn't mention is with the shape of Moment, when it hits up against this lip, that can affect it as well. So that is another win for Dynamite. So let's do Astral first one more time before we switch combos. So Astral first. And I wanted to sort of let it get out of the way. So Dynamite sort of with the relentless attacks. It's affecting the stamina of Astral. You can clearly see it. Yeah, this is a win for Dynamite. That was kind of sad. So that is a win for Dynamite, and we'll go ahead and switch over to the next combos. All right, so we have Prominence Belial 2 with over and bearing dash, and this is in heavy mode. So we'll launch this first 3 to 5 times, then we'll go ahead and switch over to Astral Perseus with armor 10 tapered and moment. So bearing has a lot more stamina, so I do think this combo will win. And I only have one Astral, so that's why I'm using Prominence, and this is a pretty competitive combo itself. Maybe I will put this one up against the Gauntlet, but let's see what happens. All right, so Prominence first. I believe Moment is classified as a defensive driver. So technically, the one on bearing should win. I mean, it is bearing, so. However, it looks like Prominence is using up stamina. Yeah, wow, okay. All right, so I didn't expect that. That is a win for Astral. Let me adjust my launch on Prominence. I really thought Prominence would win that one. I see what it is. It's the tilt. Yeah, it's the tilt. Astral is forcing Prominence to tilt way too much. So that is a win for Astral, but what's happening is with this bearing on here, it's getting a really steep tilt, and I'll hold it this way. So if this is the stadium floor, it can tilt pretty heavy without, I guess, falling over. And sometimes it can scrape. But what Astral is doing is it's back here forcing it to stay tilted and also forcing it to tilt more and hit the stadium floor. So that is what's going on there. So let's try Prominence again without a super hard tilt. I like to launch bearing with a tilt, especially when I'm using Vanish. It definitely helps. So Prominence again. Yeah, you see that when it gets behind it, it's hitting up against the over. Yeah, this is another one for Astral, it looks like. Now, Bearing, same spin, has incredible stamina. However, it does not appear to be that way now. So that is a win for Astral. Let's see if Prominence can win when launched second. All right, so we'll go with Astral first. All right, so there's not much contact as of yet, but yeah, Astral has this one. You can see where over hit the stadium floor that time. Yeah, that's a win for Astral. So let's go with Astral first again. Let's see, yep, no clicks on either of these. Surprised the armor hasn't come out yet. Yeah, it's super tilted again. Alright, so this one might, yeah, okay, so there we go. That's the one for Prominence that time. And let me reset it as the, burst stopper, sorry, the burst stopper did come out that time, so I'll reset it. Alright, so let's go with Astral first again. Alright, so Astral. Alright, I'll redo that. Oh man, these launchers. So Astral. So I'm trying to get Prominence to not over tilt, as I don't want Astral to force it to scrape on the stadium floor. And it actually did. Ooh. So there was a slight spin by Prominence. So I'll probably slow that down, but I'm gonna say that is a point for Prominence. And we'll go ahead and switch over to the next combos. All right, so we have Roar Longinus with Giga, Drift, and Armor 2. I'll go ahead and launch this first 3 to 5 times. Then I'll go ahead and switch over to Astral Perseus, Armor 10, Tapered, and Moment. So due to lack of knowledge on Moment against Drift, I'm gonna say Drift wins and opposite spin Drift, so I'm always going to bet on opposite spin Drift without any prior knowledge. So let's see what happens. And remember, this Drift is starting to get a bit worn, so hopefully it stays in the center. So Roar first. Yep, it's gonna be one of those days with Roar. Wow, I'm just shocked. Roar's doing a pretty good job actually just attacking without going out of control. There's a few times where if it didn't make contact, it would have went out of control, but yeah, that's a win for Roar. So we'll go ahead and launch both of these again. All right, so Roar first. I'm not sure if it's actually Astral that is making Roar go out of control, or if it's just how worn the Drift is. I mean, Roar is pretty stable now in his staying in the center, but yeah, this should be a win for Roar. As long as there's contact, Drift should outspin it. Yeah. So another victory for Roar, and we'll go ahead and launch Roar first. Again, one more time. All right, so Roar first. All right, that is a KO victory for Roar, but I'll let this play out. It should still get the outspin as well. You know, I'm gonna say this Astral combo, I think it has potential, honestly. I've wanted to give Moment a try, but I haven't really made any combos with it or used it at all very much. Yep, so that's a win for Roar, and we'll go ahead and launch Astral first. And with launching Astral first, Roar should win, as I can just light launch it, honestly. So Astral. All right, we're gonna go ahead and say that was a victory for Astral. I did light launch it. However, I light launched it right across from this pocket. Maybe a lucky hit by Astral, maybe not. So, Astral first. Ooh, good hit. Alright. It's a point for Astral. So we'll go ahead and launch Astral first again. And again, this drift is starting to be very, very worn. Good hit. That was a good hit, but that is a win for Astral, and we'll go ahead and switch combos. All right, so we have Guilty Bahamut with Karma, Metal Extreme, and Armor 7. I'll go ahead and watch this first 3 to 5 times. Then we'll switch over to Astral Perseus with Armor 10, Tapered, and Moment. I think Guilty's gonna win. Yeah, I said last combo versus, I think Guilty on rubber has the potential to beat really anything, honestly. So Astral first, or sorry, Guilty first. Wow, such a very, very light hit. So that is a win for Guilty. And let me clean the stadium out. I think that's a piece of the stadium floor, actually. No, readjust it. All right, so let's go ahead and do Guilty first again. Yeah, and Astral was about to burst as well. It's probably too wall hit, honestly. So, Guilty first. Alright, we'll redo that one. Alright, let's try it again. Clean off Extreme. So, I don't think Guilty has enough to KO right now. And to be fair, I am launching it really, really light when I'm launching it first. As that is a win for Astral, but I really don't want to hard launch and have it bounce out because there's nothing for it to make contact with. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at the points for these matchups with Guilty when it's launched first. I think a better showing of it is when I launch it second. So we'll go with Guilty first again. really good hits by Guilty. Astral has this. I'll be shocked if Guilty wins. Yeah, it's not gonna win. Alright, so another point for Astral, and we will go ahead and launch Astral first, which means we can do a much better launch with Guilty. So Astral. Alright. It's a point for Guilty. It KO'd Astral here first. Astral came back in. They both hit and both KO'd again. So point for Guilty. And we'll go ahead and launch Astral first again. Alright, so Astral. So you can see the tilt on Astral. Guilty is hitting directly up against that Perseus. Alright, so point for Astral, and we'll launch Astral first one more time before we switch combos. Alright, so Astral. Alright, we'll redo that punch. It's a really good punch on Astral though, honestly. Uh-oh. Somebody didn't tilt extreme the right way. Let's see. Alright, so this should be another one for Astral. Guilty's not going to outspin it. Yeah. It's a point for Astral, and we'll go ahead and switch to the next combos. Alright, so we have Vanish Fafnir with Armor 0 over and High Extend plus Dash. We'll go ahead and launch this first 3 to 5 times. Then we'll go ahead and switch over to Astral Perseus, Armor 10 Tapered, and Moment. So I'm using High Extend plus Dash as it was better than the variant on Never. And I have recently looked at the winning combos on the WBO. A lot of people are using this combo here. For me, I'd probably lean more towards a Tempest type combo, which would be Dynamite Perseus, F gear, etc. High Extend plus Dash, as it is more of a circular shape. But let's see what happens here. High Extend plus Dash versus Moment. Alright, so let's go with Vanish first, and it is in stamina mode. Alright, see what happens here. I really think High Extend plus Dash is going to win this. As in, I do believe it has a lot more stamina than Moment. Now, could I be wrong? Of course. But let's see. Interesting. Alright. Point for Vanish. It had a little bit more than a slight outspin there, honestly. So let's go with Vanish first again. And at this point, I'm just going to try to KO Vanish. And I said I'm going to try to KO it, realizing I'm on a defensive grinder, so I have to launch it in a way in which I can get it to sort of butterfly and get some really good hits. Yeah, this is going to be Vanish again. So if you look at Vanish, Vanish wobbles a lot. And Astral, I mean, it doesn't wobble as much, but it's just speeding Vanish. Yeah. Point for Vanish. So we'll launch Vanish first one more time, and let's get the KO Astral is you won't really have a chance to KO getting launched second, or sorry, first. Alright, KO, let's do this. Nope, no KO. I'm going to actually practice with Moment and see if I can't get it to a butterfly more often, or butterfly at all. This does remind me of Venture. When I first started launching with Venture just spun out of control. It would get a hit and then go into a tornado saw. And now you see when I'm launching a perfect Belial, I can get it to butterfly very, very consistently. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna have to put that in slow motion. I know it really, really looked like Astral won, but I really think Astral stopped. And the only reason it started spinning again is obviously because Vanish was spinning and caused it to spin after Vanish had stopped. So I'm gonna have to put that in slow motion, but just from looking at that as it was, a lot of people would probably think that Astral won, but I'm fairly certain it stopped. So let's go ahead and launch Astral first. Yeah, not a tournament. The Astral player would definitely want the point there, but I would 100% look at the replay on that. Holy cow. Vanish is being aggressive, honestly. Yeah, this is another win for Vanish. And at this point, I don't think there's a reason to do any more launches. It's not going to outspin Xtend Plus or high Xtend Plus dash. Yeah, I'll just finish off the, I'll do one more. How about that? I'll do one more with Astral first, and then we'll just call that match in favor of Vanish. As this is one of those matchups where you really want to get the KO, and there's no way I'm going to get the KO launching Astral first. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, definitely a win for Vanish. So yeah, overall, I want to say I do like this combo. I like the idea of this combo, but it's one of those combos where I don't think you could really use it in first stage and expect to win a lot. This would be something more that you would put in your deck against a specific combo, in my opinion. So I'll go ahead and put these Beyblades away and come back with my thoughts on these combos. Alright, so is Astral Perseus with Moment-10 Tapered and Moment a competitive combo or not? So I'm gonna say it is a fun combo. Now, it did very well against some of the Beyblades. Surprisingly, it did well against Prominence on Bearing. I really didn't expect that. And it did pretty well against Perfect Belial. Now, I don't think there was a chance for it to beat Roar, opposite spin drift. So yeah, I'm not really gonna hold that against this combo. There's not a lot of combos that can beat an opposite spin drift. As far as guilty, it's guilty on a rubber driver, so it does have a chance to win. However, I'd say that's more of a, probably a lot less than 50-50. And against Vanish, I mean, that is a good combo in that high Xtend Plus. It's really gonna come down to stamina. And I believe Moment is a defensive driver. Let me know in the comments, let me know if I'm wrong or not, but I do believe it's classified as a defensive driver, so stamina is going to beat that. So overall, I'd say it is a fun combo. It's not very competitive. If you like these videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and all of the other good stuff. Thanks.